Gonna do a couple of minutes of crafting. This is I Bring It Every Day, and my name is Kelly. And I'm gonna see if anybody's awake. It's a little early, but got a busy day today. And right now, I'm doing a baby project, so it's very tiny, and that's why I'm kind of slow starting this out. But it is what it is. And I'm using very small needles. Yes. Let's see if anybody's awake. I'm gonna be by myself for a while, but that's fine. It's all good. Yeah. Hello, welcome in. Please give a thumbs up. I'm knitting a small baby project, so this is why it's so tiny. But I figure I'll try to do it this way. Because usually when I'm on the table, it's a little bit too high. So I just figure I'm just doing ribbing on this first row here. And yeah. Yep. Well, let's see. Oh, Donzel, good morning. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Sweet Pea Sid, good morning. Wow, let's see what she's saying. Good morning, Kelly and chat. We'll be here listening and spinning. All right now. Spin that yarn. Yep. I'm making some newborn gloves. That's what I'm doing. And Shanghai girl, good morning. Good, I'm doing well, Donzel. Yeah, good to see you. I forget how many rows I need to do. I got to do a couple more rows. This is the beginning of them. And then I'm just going to see how these turn out. Like, I've never made anything baby. So this is the first time. Yep. So it's tiny. And these are tiny needles. They're 3.75 millimeters, which is tiny, tiny. So playing around with these this morning. So we'll see how this goes. Yes. I hope everybody's feeling well. Yeah. Yeah, it's so dark today. So I'm like, ooh, I think we're going to have, it's either overcast or we're going to get more rain. Because we had the remnants of that Hurricane Aaron. Although it was really pretty yesterday. I don't know what happened. Hey, you there? Hey, y'all people here in the chat. Good to see you. Shangi girl. Yes. How are you feeling? Hopefully everyone's doing okay. Yeah. It's been a quiet couple of days. I'm just chilling. Not doing much on the YouTubes, as my father-in-law says. Because, you know, the YouTubes is plural. Sorry. Oh, my gosh. He's hilarious. I got to go visit him, I was thinking. We haven't seen him in a minute, so we got to get over there. I guess we got to do it soon. He's on my mind, so that just goes to show you that I guess that's what I have to do. Yep. So that's it. Yeah, I'm just working on these little gloves. We'll see how these work. I've never made them. So still working on my big scarf, which I may do a little bit of that in a minute. But I'm going to see how far I get with it. These gloves actually only have like 20 rows. So I'm on row 5, 6 now. 4, 5. I don't know. I lost track. It's terrible. I started these last night, but I was so tired. I just couldn't focus. Even though I wanted to at least try to finish one of these and see what it looks like. But we're going to learn together how this goes. But I'm just doing a knit one, purl one, rib. Yep. And then we'll see how this goes. Yes. So you still doing karaoke? Shangi girl? I haven't been around to really, like, I always keep an eye on people's channels. So yeah, this ribbing looks pretty good. So there it is. Yeah. And it's stretchy. So that's what it's supposed to do, which is good. All right, let me count my rows because I don't know where I'm at. Supposed to do next. It's gloomy. Yeah, like I said, it's not pretty. Don't like it, you know? Yeah. So I figured, Mr. IBringit we were doing so many chores yesterday and he pooped out. I have to turn that off in a little bit. But I got my fan. It's sort of on a timer, so it just came on. Hopefully that's not too loud. If not, I'm gonna hit it. I forgot it comes on randomly to this row. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Let me see. Slipping off there. This is good. Yes. All right now. This is the slow process. So I'm knitting little tiny baby gloves, like newborn gloves. Keep from scratching. That's what these are. And I'm using a pattern from a calendar. And I saw this in the thrift store. And I said, oh, this will be a good baby gift. I'm going to have it ready. So this is good. I like it. So we'll see how they turn out. But there's a calendar you can buy, I guess, at the fancy stores that has patterns. And I have to see what else they have in there. But I'm going to try a couple of these patterns, I guess, over the next few weeks and see what I can make. But I figure I'm just going to do the bottom and then you start the actual glove and then you sew the side seam. See, and I use straight needles. A lot of people don't like them, but they're okay. I'm like, you see, I'm pretty quick with them, so I don't know. But there it is. There's the, oops, let me get out of the light there, but there we go. So there it is. And I'm using this baby yarn, is what they call it. Yes. Oh, there's Jackie. You're still awake? Oh my gosh, girl. Yeah, I watched for a few minutes last night and then I passed out. And then, oh, Nana Michelle. Hey, good morning, Kelly. All going to join you with some Dunkin' Donuts, thin mint coffee, and crochet. Girl, I'm making for my neighbor. Nice. I enjoy the quiet part of the day. Me too. I just finished my coffee. It's gone. I have like a swallow in there. But I made my own. This is just regular old coffee. Mm-hmm. I just want to drink it before it gets cold. That's like the biggest thing. Because don't you hate when what you doing? Okay. So I purl 2 rows now. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I don't think it really matters. But I'm using this. I'll show you. I found this baby yarn. I usually buy it when they have it at the thrift store. And they had 2 almost full skeins of this. And I forget what this is. It's Red Heart something or other. And it's real thin. It's like a 3 or a 2. Very, very thin. So I'm going to try this out and see what happens. But I'm making a little baby newborn glove. So hopefully it works out okay. So we'll see. So I'm going to do 2 rows of purling. And this has like a bumpy kind of, it's soft but bumpy at the same time. It's got the pearl bumps in it, little pattern. So we'll see how this turns out. Fingers crossed. Yes. But you had to do a few rows of ribbing and then you come in and do this thing. So that's what I'm doing. And, oh, it's the ground coffee that went on sale for $5. Nice. That stuff used to be $8. I used to buy it once in a while. And it is, I stopped buying all that stuff in the bag because I think, so you're better off grinding it yourself if you can. But 'cause they always put like, I don't know if you've heard, they've been putting fillers, a lot of fillers in food. That's like ground, like pepper and stuff like that. and cinnamon. So they say you're better off getting the stuff yourself and grinding it. And I said, they may have something to that. I just haven't, been doing it lately. Yes. All right now. Let's see. Yeah, but $5. Yeah, for that coffee, it's pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Uh-oh. Pull this out. So Jackie girl, you gotta get some sleep. Not that I'm trying to rush you off here, but we've been trying to like do our garden and wrap it up, get it done. Because I think it's getting so cold now. I think everything is sort of going to heaven. So it's very tragic. You know what I mean? Yep. So there it is. Boss Lady Denise, hello. Happy Saturday. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, I'm just quietly crafting. Yeah. Good to see you. Yep. So I don't know. So I'm hoping to get outside and do a little. We have to do some yard work, which is going to be terrible. It's never good. Yeah, I can't people believe people do that for entertainment. I hate it. So that's the deal there. I figure I'll do a little bit of crafting. I'm going to see how far I get. And so we're doing good. You just look at the pattern as soon as I finish this row. So it's only like 24 stitches, I think. 24 stitches, so it's tiny. But you got to make two. Next time. Next time. But now I know, yeah, they're very small. I could probably do them both at the same time on one set of needles. They're so small. Well, live and learn. Like I said, trying a new pattern. So, and that's how you figure out how things. Like for me, that's how I figure out how things work. That way, I don't like to try to figure it out on my own, unless I need to adjust something. But I just follow the pattern. Next time, I'll get creative. But usually, the first time, I'll do the pattern. See what happens. And if I don't like it, I could, fix it, but it's not a big deal. Yeah. See, oh, getting ready to work out. Oh, good for you. Oh, let's see. And then Sweet Pea Sid said, yeah, plus if you ground it yourself, it's fresh and doesn't lose its flavor. Yeah, because that's the thing that I feel like we always, yeah, you lose your uh yeah, you don't know what's in there. And somebody was saying like they put sticks and twigs and weird stuff in. I don't know. And that makes me concerned, you know. Yeah. Howdy chat, who knows? Hello. Donzel saying hi. Hey girl, hey. Oh, okay, I think I did 2 pearl rows. I did. Okay, now let's see. I think I did. Ooh, you know what's weird? I don't know what I just did. I think that's right. One, hold on. What is this supposed to look like? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 pearls, a knit. Hopefully this is right. It's funny. Like I lost track. My brain's not working today. So, well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. If it's wrong, I may have to do some creativity here. But yeah, gotta do a little focus. But I figure we'll see how this goes. It should look okay. Yes. Oh, you fellas, yeah, that's expensive because glasses aren't cheap. Unless I don't know how bad your prescription is, but my daughter used to do that all the time. Yep. So, oh boy, yeah. I straighten them out a little bit better. You know what I mean? Yep. So let's see here. But it's interesting. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what I would do. Because they have that machine, they heat them up and whatever. I saw them do it. It's pretty cool. But I think that happens to a lot of people. So this is a baby, like a newborn glove. It's very tiny. And I got this, this is like three and a little under four, 3 point, um, 3.75 millimeter needle. So it's teeny. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. This is like a, no, actually, this is smaller than that. This is like a 2.75. And the fives that I have were a little bit bent. So I gotta fix the ones that I have. So I used the three. So these are gonna be a little bit smaller. But that's okay. Because these are newborn. Let's see. I just knitted. Now I purl. So I'm on row 10. So this is really, really quick. Yes. Okay. Row 10 out of 27. So yeah, we're pretty quick. This is a quick project, and this is why I was doing it. Yeah. Yep. I had to think of where I was now. See, I gotta. I may mess these up, but that's okay. This is like my first time, and I'm using this baby yarn. This is like that Red Heart stuff that's got the. It's got a little swirly of real thin thread through the middle, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a little bit of a shine. Yeah, I guess you can sort of see it there, but that's pretty cool. And Flea, my husband's feeling. He wasn't feeling so hot yesterday, and we've been Wednesday was kind of bad for the field, but I did go for the food. So I did a little food haul. It's not exciting, but got a good deal on eggs, which is good because I don't have any chickens. I wish I had the eggs. Let me turn that. I wish I had chickens, but the guy had medium eggs for $1.79 or something. So I got two of those, and there was some broccoli which we ate. Oh my gosh, the broccoli was really good. It was so fresh, and some other stuff. But yeah, I did a little haul, and I just. But anyway, it's been sort of on the line of raining. Because I don't know if you guys saw New Jersey. New Jersey's next door. Now we're not on. We're sort of landlocked where we are, but New Jersey got that Aaron tornado yesterday. They were all underwater. All those little cute coastal towns. And I was surprised. I mean, like, no, not really, but it's weird. Like every time they say it's gonna flood, you go, yeah, yeah, sure. And then it floods. And then you go, oh my gosh, that's terrible. What is rain? Nice. What is rain? I love it. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So after I do that, I purled, and now I repeat rows 7 to 10 twice. What the heck is that? So I purl twice. Okay. All right. So yeah, this is actually pretty easy. So I'm going to try, so I figure I'll try these out and see. 2 rows of purl. I'll try this little pattern out. Now, like I said, it's very tiny, and I know it's probably not great for the camera, but you get to see the process. This is what you have to do, man, when you're knitting. And so if anybody's new to knitting, knitting is a little nice. I think compared to crochet, it's out pretty quick. Knitting, you'll be there for years. Knitting takes a minute, but it's okay. It's weird. And I do this sort of to keep being so repetitive on my hands because I did a bunch of crocheted squares and I think my hands were getting sore. So that's why I switch over. If I want to just stay creative with the yarn, I just switch over. I need to spin, but I'm really not good at it. Like I have a drop spindle, but boo. Yeah. Nobody wants to see that. It's kind of tragic. Plus, I hate the stuff that I make. Not hate, but dislike intensely. Which I think is hilarious. I hate, you know what I mean? You hate when something comes out not the way you want it, and then you just go, spend all that time. Yeah, so one day. But I just haven't made the commitment for spinning. I made the Band-Aid commitment, which is terrible. Like you have to like go in all, go all in or not bother. That's kind of what I'm doing. Yep. So anyway, so there it is. It's getting there. And then to see it's gonna go like this. It's gonna make a little U shape for the gloves. Yeah, so it's gonna go like that. But I know Sid and Spring, all those people spin. A lot of people do. Yeah. Which is exciting. I said I like to let the people that know what they're doing do what they do. But I just knit, and I've been attending this knitting seminar online, which is pretty cool. It's going to be for like the next 4 days. But I sat through the first day. I missed it because my husband was working and doing some stuff, and I watched the replay. And boy, that was great. Like for me though, I think the replay worked out better, so I may actually just watch. They're giving away stuff, but I don't really. I don't know. I'm just like whatever. I don't. It's funny. I'm realizing I have enough patterns for 99.9% of things, especially in the knit situation. And I have even a bunch of patterns for crochet, and I'm kind of good. Like I don't need any needles, I don't need any patterns, so I'm good. So that I guess that so me them giving away stuff doesn't move me. But let's see. Oh, let's see. Miguel said I could mail your thing off. Yeah. Oh no, don't worry about it. Hey, I know the postage stuff is scary, so don't worry, Miguel. Yep, take your time. And then Sid said, I know what I'm doing. Haha, that's funny. I think you do. Plus, you have some help. You could always, you have some people on speed dial. I bet you could call. I think that's like half the battle. But in 2 weeks, there's two fiber shows near me. Now, I don't know which one I'm going to go to. I want to go to the one I've never been to, but it's a little bit far. I just want to gawk at because they're going to have sheep and stuff. And I want to see all that. Like, I like when they shear the sheep. I don't think they're going to shear the sheep, but when they play around with the sheep and, you know, I'm sure they're going to have some bunnies, where they're going to, what do you call those Angora bunnies? They're probably going to do that. So I want to go and do that. But I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out what to do. Yeah, so many things. Plus, I don't want to buy anything. See, that's the problem. So I don't know how you temper just gawking and then buying. But because I'm usually pretty good. Like I said, all that hand dyed stuff is cool. But unless I'm making something really fancy, I don't want to have the fancy stuff. But that's just me. Little baby's going to use it. It's going to be, they're going to spill milk on it, among other things. So I'm not mad. I mean, I'm trying not to be, so fancy, but we'll see. Yeah, this is good. Let's see. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Oh, that's right. Yeah, she she said that. Yeah, I did see that already. Yeah, I think you do. I think you do. Ooh, but I have some good idea for that. I have some good reds out there. I was looking and some good yellows. But now so I don't have wool. So I'm like, son of a gun. But anyway, it is what it is. Maybe I will harvest these berries and kind of keep them for the color because I think the color is good. And then somebody was telling me about pea pea plants, and it sounds like the pea plants have a nice purple color. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like I'm sitting there thinking, like I can really work the dyeing aspect, but I don't know if I can work the spinning aspect. Oh, you like to think so too? That's what Sweetie said, saying LOL. Yeah, I got you. Yes. So hopefully hopefully your memberships are going okay. Yeah, I haven't. I meant to go over there and check it out. I said I gotta keep going. Just this week, we've been really kind of outside working the yard, and we still have a little ways to go. But we did really well. We really, we have a lot of couple of trees down, pieces of the tree broke off branches, and they're really large. So my husband's got to get out the chainsaw and do some, you know. But we have about two cleared off the one. There's still one more to go, and it's got a really fairly large branch. So I don't know what we got to get on that, get it out. But we have a lot of random wooded area, so we can just cut it up and chop it up and leave it there. Because these trees that we have are like 30 years old, 35, I think now. So they're looking kind of tired. And these storms just have not been kind. Yeah. Let's see. Yes. Oh, I froze up. Oh, yeah. No, I was just saying, I was reading your comment, Sweet Pea said. It was kind of funny. Yeah, the one about, oh, like I think you know what you're doing. But I said, yeah, you got people on speed dial. You can always call, which is nice. Yeah. Speed dialing is good. All right. Yeah, I just like I said, we'll see. That's later, but I don't need any more yarn. See, that's the other problem. I'm like, no, so much yarn. Yeah. No, but I was just saying it's good to have somebody on speed dial. Yeah. You can always speed dial somebody. Let's see. So now gotta do it again. This is good. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes this YouTube streaming is a little bit tricky. Yeah. I just pray. Like my internet's nice and strong, but you never know. Like it's weird. Hmm. But I said ever since StreamYard lost their mind, I really have stopped using them, which I think is hilarious. Because I really enjoyed using that, but I guess not. You know, they really went after everybody for the price. Yep. Very pricey. And if you're, like I said, being monetized, like I'm not a big channel, so, you know, it's like, what. Like I said, I would be more fancy if I had, more of a following and had more, not that it's all about money, but you know what I'm saying. It's gotta make sense budget wise, what you have to work with. So, yep, not doing that. I'll be in the hole. Yeah, don't want to do that. Okay. See, I'm about halfway done, believe it or not. I'll show you when I finish these last two here. Yeah, it's pretty good. All right. But yeah, it's about halfway done. See, and just think if that was a glove. Yes. All right. Yeah, lives through YouTube are not my, yes. I do not have my, oh, okay, do not like my Wi-Fi. I don't think they like anyone. See, and the other problem is, Sid, it's just that everybody's doing them. So they're busy. I don't know if you've seen. Like I just watch them. Some days I just go through and just scroll. And it is interesting the amount of people that are on there. And but I just think unfortunately, maybe they kick people off. I don't know. It's weird because I've noticed like in foreign countries, it seems like it's so much better. Like the clarity and the color, you know, there's this channel I watch. Somebody I guess has a food truck and they're making all this food and man, the colors are amazing. I don't know what they're doing with their camera, but they just look like they're using YouTube. I don't see any stickers or any kind of anything. And I'm like, geez, that's pretty. So maybe, I don't know. I guess maybe in that country, whatever they're doing, they have better Wi-Fi. Yeah. You see these like the reds are really nice. Yeah, lives through YouTube. Yeah. They don't like the Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's really weird. So let's see. I've been on 30 minutes. I made it. That's good. Yeah, I figure I'll do an hour, see how far I get. And, yep, which is cool. I want to, yeah, I just wanted to see if I could get myself, you know, this is only 20 rows, and it's really short. So this is a pretty nice, uh, yeah. See how far I can get. I'm going to probably slopping through this, but speeding up myself here. See what I can do. But yeah, this is all on the fly. All right. So 2 pearls. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay, Shatika, Grand Rising. Thank you for coming. Yes. Yep. So I'm powering through a baby glove. So we'll see if this works. But I wanted to try this. I've been looking at this pattern for a while. And I wanted, like, I'm going to make some baby stuff. And I have some baby yarn. So I've been really, like I said, I'm trying to get through at least one of everything. And then if this works out, I'll just keep going. But I'm going to try the hat and the, booties and the little sweater. But I tried the gloves because they're really small. Yep. So hopefully this is right. Yeah, it looks good. I think I'm doing okay. But I'm like 3/4 of the way done, which is actually pretty good for me. I'm usually not this fast, but I'll show you what it looks like when I get to the end of the row here. So far, but it's looking good. And this is the yarn here. So it's this Red Heart baby stuff. I know it didn't have a label, but I always get some of this stuff from the thrift store because, that baby yarn is very expensive. Oh, yeah, and Miguel, if you're still here, thanks for the Michaels. Yeah, they don't have the big anniversary cakes yet, but they just had the little small ones at Michaels. But my Michaels doesn't have a lot of yarn, so it's kind of tragic. I always have to work my way through it. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you can see, but there's a little bit of a design here. So this is the ribbing. And then it's got this little bumpy row here. 2 rows of that. Yep. So then, all right, so then I go back. But this is just a cute little thing you can knock out. And it's 27 rows or so, which is not bad. So right now, I don't know what row I'm on. I guess row 18. Yeah, row 18. Row 18 out of 27. So that's not bad. And I only did like 2 rows even before I came on. So this is a nice project. Yeah. So, and if you have some babies coming, I figure I'm going to put this aside. We have a church group that my yarn, I belong to a yarn group at my library. And then they're also members of their church groups, and their church groups do donations, different donations and stuff. So I figure I'll do a couple of baby items because I don't think people were really making those. They were doing mostly, Afghans and Lapgans, throws, things like that. And they did like Christmas stuff, which is very interesting that everybody was making this Christmas stuff. But I noticed that they weren't doing any baby things. So I figure I got this I got a couple of these small patterns out of a calendar. And the calendar, gives you the full, instructions and everything. And it's sort of like a project, sort of like a project a day, which is interesting. And I said, and this was an old last year's calendar or the year before, but the person kept all the projects, which was nice. So I got this from the thrift store. It was a little beat up, but it's actually nice to have a few projects. They're like on index cards. So, you could actually file it really nice, so. All right. So that's row 18. Ooh. How to purl together. Cross row 18. Okay. Yes. Oh, let's see. I don't understand why a lot of hobby stores tend to downgrade their yarn section. Yeah, Hobby Lobby has done it, and then our Michaels has done it aggravating. Yeah, I know it's weird. So maybe that'll be good for you hand dyers. You know what I mean? I don't know if you hand dyers. So that's the back side there. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, that's a pretty good shot there. And then here's the front side. But yeah, I just think it's weird that they do that. Yeah, I don't know. But see, the thing is, are people buying yarn? I guess they are. I don't know. You guys can tell me. I mean, you don't have to tell me because that's like a personal thing. But like a lot of people, don't. I don't know. It's weird. Like I feel like it's like 50-50. A lot of people are buying a lot of yarn, and then there's people that don't buy any. So it's a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know. It's like do 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 do. But I sort of buy it. I sort of try like a lot of this yarn. I like to try out some of the new stuff just to see like what's happening, you know. All right, so I purl these two together and then purl two. Okay. See, like I said, I tried these guys. These are these granny squares. And it took me a year to try this out, but I finally said I'm going to try it, So I finally, I bought it like on clearance and then what's the word I'm trying to say? Yeah, I bought it on clearance and then I finally used it. But of course, I bought it on clearance and then I didn't, it sat there in my stash for a little bit and it's just weird. So I got to purl these two together. Yeah, I'm doing a decrease here. Yeah, I don't know. So like I said, so I'm a year behind everybody else probably. But I kind of like the colors. You know what I'm saying? Like I do enjoy when they have weird colors. And I won't say weird, but just different colors. Because I'm pretty boring. I buy the same, I don't really buy exotic colors. So when I get a chance to try them out, I kind of go, okay, something different. You know what I mean? But I'm such a, I don't know what's going on. Or if the yarn's just different, I just try out different thicknesses or whatever. If it's something that's reasonable and whatever, I might buy it or try it out. So, but like I said, I'm not a big, trend center that way. Yeah. Oh, there's Jamia. Hey, good morning. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Yeah, your garden's looking good. And I can't remember. Now you were talking about that moringa. I gotta look it up and see what that is. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. Moringa. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But anyway, so I'm making this baby glove. And I'm doing a decrease, which is a pain. I don't really do that too often, obviously. But I'm getting there. All right, let's see. So now that's row 19. And this is what it looks like. Let me turn it around. But there it is. So I just did a little decrease. Decreased it by, I think, about 5 or 6 stitches. And then, okay. So okay. Here we go. All right, so I'm on row 20. Woo. So now I'm just going to continue across this row. But you see how small this thing is? This is a baby for a newborn. So, yeah. And that's why it's so small. So I apologize for the microscopic. So I don't know, Nana Michelle, if you're still here. What are you working on? And what are you up to, Jamie? You're probably resting from the garden. Yeah. That's a lot of work. But you Florida people are lucky. Yeah, moringa. Yeah, I gotta check it out. Let's see. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It sounds great. I'm telling you. You had great stuff going on in there. But we didn't put any flowers in our garden. We just didn't have time. Because we had to wait through, I think May was rainy. Was it May? Yeah, May was real rainy and it's still a little chilly. Because I think we finally didn't warm up until about the 8th of June, which is kind of late. Yeah. But that's what we did. We waited. So I wish we had done it sooner. We've got corn in the buckets. And that's doing okay, but we didn't fertilize it really at all. we just kind of let it roll. It's still going. Like we have it blocked off. Hopefully the people will leave it alone. When I say people, I'm talking about the animals. Because I'll have to, you just want to. We have a lot of deer. And then we had like grasshoppers this year. Yuck. And they were those big brownish green ones. It was nasty. They're just big. Anything that's bigger than like an inch, I get freaked out by. And they were just looking at me and they just kept jumping. Ugh. I had at least 10 in there. I said, I hope so far I don't think they've eaten anything. I've been really keeping an eye on them. But yeah, it's crazy. But these suckers, yeah, they were really. And then we had a couple of weird caterpillars. Ugh, I don't know. It's just too much for me, right? I'm usually pretty good until until I see bugs, and then I'm like, if I see grubs or something like that, it's just nasty. That's when I get all weirded out. See, I don't mind worms, but when you see grubs and snails, yeah, I can do without them. Let's see. See what Javia said. Oh, no, Nanny Michelle said, oh, I'm working on a blanket color themed after a couple of football teams. Okay. Nice. Any Steelers in there? No, no kidding. No Steelers. That's good. And you're having a breakfast salad, Jamie. Good for you. She asked me to make her a blanket. That's nice. Oh, and her husband passed away. Oh, no. Oh, and there's Sam. Good to see you. By hook or by needles. Yuck. Oh, that's too bad. Well, yeah, condolences. Yeah, that's terrible. But anyway, there's the little glove. It's almost there. Now I just have to finish the little top there. Aw. Let's see. So I knitted that row. Yep. Row 22. Oh, man. Yeah. I said the circle of life is brutal. Really is. Oh my gosh. But that blanket will be nice for her. Yeah, because we do, so my group does prayer shawls. And I've been doing I did a couple of those. The last shawl I made, I didn't really like the way it turned out. I used this really, I don't even know what the yarn is called. It was an old Joann's yarn. It was like their brand. It was kind of boucle. And I don't know. I just didn't like the way it turned out. Like I have to decide. I might just keep it for myself. Like it's not perfect. And I went, ugh, I don't know what I did to this thing, but I had to make it just a little bit bigger. And that's where I went wrong. Yes. But yeah, anyway, but those prayer shawls do help. And I noticed that we had a couple of people that were bereaved in our group and they got the prayer shawls and they said it really helped. So the blanket will definitely help her out. As you were typing, it's Steelers? Yay! We love the Steelers. I am really enjoying the Steelers. Because I joined their Instagram group, and they've been really putting out very interesting topics, like all the players. It seems like all the players are really chill on the Steelers. Like, I'm kind of digging the players. I don't know them, but I feel like we could hang out. You know what I mean? Yeah. See how we're doing there. So I purled that one. Yeah, I really liked it. Like that Troy Polamalu. Oh my gosh. He and I could hang out. I don't know him. But we have similar kind of life things. And yeah, it's interesting. And that's what I was saying. Let me just make sure I did that one. Then I purled two together. All right. So I'm doing a decrease here. Mm-hmm. Yep. Purled. Yep. Okay. Hopefully I'm doing this right. I always forget I'm going to skip a row, even though like I'm kind of, but it's fine. I think at this point, it should be fine. But I have to like write down what I'm doing in my mind, or at least cross it off in my brain, you know. Yeah. But these are gonna be tiny. It's cool though. Oh, I love the Steelers. Yeah, but anyway, I'm digging these Steelers players. They're very, very. I think everybody's cool. Like I haven't seen anybody be a total, you know, wiener. They all seem pretty chill. You know, and they're talking about their families and stuff and how they love each other. I mean, it's really weird. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, Steelers, I see you. Yeah. And they're talking about you helped me during, training camp. And I'm just like, wow, that's kind of cool. Teamwork, you know? So I'm doing a decrease on this row here. Yeah. That's funny. But I have a lot of Steelers. Like I've made a lot of Steelers stuff. So I got to really, like, I haven't sold any of it. Like my husband goes, I want it. And then he never uses it. So I probably should just sell it. But he's like a Steelers fan too. Oh. Yeah, I think that's funny. Okay. All right. Okay. Very nice. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so we did a decrease there. And I'm on row 24. Yeah, so we only got 3 more rows. That's great. So we'll see how these are. These are going to be tiny. And I don't know if you can see how small these needles are, but they're very small. Yep. Mm-hmm. Anna Michelle. See, I thought you would have done Cleveland. I was like, oh, she's probably doing Cleveland. All right. Oh, Suzanne, hello. Good morning. And there's Kenneth. Oh, so this is a little baby mitt I'm making. And it's tiny. I don't know if you can see how tiny this sucker is, but it's tiny. Let me see. I should put it a little closer. Yeah, tiny. And so I got some patterns on a calendar. And see, I'll show you what it looks like. But anyway, this is what it looks like. And this is the picture. I'll show you the picture. But that's what it looks like, little tiny thing. It's cute. Yeah. And and it's only a few rows, so I like it. Now I knit, purl, and okay. Like it. Okay. Yeah, so I'm almost done. I mean, I've pretty much finished it. So, but I just figured I'm going to try out one of these. I should have done them at the same time. That would have been smart. Then they'll be exactly the same size. But I don't think it matters. But I figured I wanted to try to make some baby stuff for donation. And that's what I'm doing. Yep. Baby stuff for donation. We'll keep going. But that's exciting. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty cool. Baby Mitt's cute. Yeah, isn't that cool? And good morning, bye hook. That's what Kenneth's saying. How are you feeling, Kenneth? Doing okay? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. But anyway, there it is. Look how small. Really tiny. Okay, so let's see. Then okay. And then okay. And that's it. All right. So I do this. All right. So let me finish this row here. Yeah, I'm getting there. Yeah, these are tiny. See, I didn't have time when I had my kids. I was it was like I was working full time, so of course, did I make anything? No. I did not make a thing. I think I made one thing. I think my daughter was like 3, and then the second one I didn't even get a chance to make anything. I was tired. Yeah, so that's what happens. See everybody saying hi. Nice. Well, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you stopping in. I figure I'll do this before the crazy crowd of yarn people come on. But I'm taking a knit class. There's an online class that they had going. And I'm going to probably pop in for a little. I'm going to try not to sit there all day. I did it yesterday. I sat there the whole time. I was kind of, I think I'm getting ADD now. So I have to, I have to stop doing it. You know what I mean? I have to like, I think I like watching the replay, which is terrible. But that's kind of what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I just rather, let me see here. Make sure that's in the front. Yep. Yeah, I would just rather watch the replay. But that's what I'm doing. Yep. Oh boy, hold on. I'm gonna move this around here. Yeah, I'm not used to working with these tiny little needles, man. These are really tiny. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at myself because I'm like, this is tiny. Yeah. Nice. So I'm doing a decrease, making it tiny. Oh my gosh, this is like ridiculously small. But it's cool. Come on. Mm-hmm. I like it. Okay. All right. We got it. Now let's see what happens here. Okay, so I did the decrease. And let's see. Okay. All right. So then I just bind it off. But this is it. This is the little little glove, and then you just fold it over. Yeah, that's crazy. Look how small that is. All right now. All right, here we go. Let me just bind this off. Yeah, nice. Well, this is interesting. You know? Very interesting. It's going to be tiny. Yes. All right. Doing a little bind off here. Come on. All right. This is nice. Yep. Sorry, my finger's in the way here. See if I can get a little closer. This bind off. Trying to do it above your head is a little crazy. But there it is. All right. Yeah, this is it. But this is a cute little project. So the whole idea of these projects, you know, this gives you the instant gratification that knitting normally doesn't give you. I don't know, Sam, if you've made any small baby things. I usually don't, you know, and I said I'm going to try, you know, to do that more as I'm going through. So I'm trying everything, and that's kind of what the evil plan is. You know, you just keep trying stuff, you know. So you go through your shawls, your blankets, your blah blah blah, you know, hats, which I'm going to do some hats. This lady that I met on YouTube, and I'll drop her. I can't drop her link, but when I buy her patterns, I'm gonna make a couple of them and at least show you the finished project. Yeah, but she's got some really cool hats and knitted, you know, and they're all like brioche and stuff like that. So I'm like, ooh, I need to do that. See, I haven't done that. You know what I mean? All right, 2 more stitches here. Bind it off. Oops. If only I can do this without dropping the stitch here. And then we're good to go. Let's do the last one. This is nice. It's very cute. Okay, last one here. Come on. Okay. There we go. Bind it off. That's the last one. But this is a baby, you know, baby thing. And you can get these. Like there's patterns for this stuff all over, you know, all over the internet. But there it is. Now, let me see. Hopefully I can find my little um, needle. Oh, I do have it. Yay! So there's my needle. So I'll sew this real quick. And then hopefully that's long enough. Okay. Put this down. I'm just going to pull this through, and then I'm going to sew it. But that's one glove. I should have done them at the same time, but that's okay. Yep. So hopefully this will work. Let's see. Oh, I love brioche. Ooh, knitting. So squishy. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I love it. Yeah, I did. No, I have not done. I've done like mosaic with the crochet, but I don't think I've done brioche. So at some point I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do like one of everything. And I really want to do one of those massive, what do you call those things? I want to do one of those massive, actually, I could use this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sew this across real quick. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing. Yeah, I probably should have turned this inside out, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to sew this real quick. And that's the top. No. Okay, I'm just going to go back inside here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we're good. No holes. Just go back down. See, actually, I had a big, long tail. I could have used that, actually. But I'm realizing I'm going to turn it inside out. That way it'll have a nicer seam. Sometimes, I mean, I'm a pretty decent was it seamstress? By hand. Don't ask me to sew anything with a machine. I will sew I will sew the heck out of something with my hands. Don't ask me to thread a machine. It's a pain. But I can do it, but I'm really not so good at it. Yeah. Or it just takes too long. Like people would have had their thing made by the time I get it threaded correctly. Yeah. Yeah. And but my husband wants me to try to do some more sewing. And I will. Like I did a little tiny square. So you'll be proud of me. My little tiny square. I was pretty impressed. For me, that's good. But when I took sewing in middle school, my sewing teacher was like from the South, and she said, "Oh, Kelly, bless your heart." And I went, "Shut up." In my mind. Yeah, because it was bad. Oh, love brioche knitting. Yeah, I love it so much. Yeah, like I said, I look at that all the time and I go, it's so pretty. But I got to get some good yarn. I mean, I have some good yarn, but I got to figure out like which colors to put together. So I do have some fancy yarn that I swear I'm just it's like a collection, which is terrible. I got to start using this stuff, make it pretty. But there it is. I'm lining this up as well as I can to make it nice. And I'm going to turn it inside out when I'm done. But thank you so much for coming to the channel. Appreciate all the support, from everybody. You don't have to be a member. I have memberships, but I don't really push those. But they're nice, it's just nice when I ship things out. I just like to, for me, that's all that money is just sitting there for shipping. And last year I shipped so much stuff I ran out, which was bad budgeting, but it was fine. You do what you do. Yes. Oh, you love brioche. So yes, yeah. Let's see, and then let's see. You can do one color brioche to start off. Yeah, that's what they were saying. Maybe do one or two, at the most, and then stop it there. And that's what these knitting people were recommending. And I said, okay, pretty cool. Yeah, I have this long tail. I should have just used this tail. Like I wasted all that. Oh well. But there it is. This is it. Let me turn it inside out, and I'll trim that. But there's the little baby thing. So they can put this on their hand to keep from, scratching their face. But there's a little baby. And you can't really see the seam. I did it pretty well. Like, not too bad. Yeah, see, I don't know if you can see that. But that's actually not too bad for a seam. You can barely see it, which is nice. And a lot of people, like, a lot of the people, they use the circular needles, and I'm saying this is so small. It's kind of laughable to use a circular needle. Maybe I'll just weave this last little thing in. But this is amazing. I love this baby stuff. I think it's cool. I think I can just put this away and just cut it. Be done. Yeah, I may even weave that one in. So the long one's done. But yeah, this isn't half bad. And like I said, once you get it cast on, it's not like crazy. I'm going to just weave this one little end in here. It's already sealed off, but I'll just weave just a little bit in. So get rid of it, and that's good. Yes, weave that in a little bit better. One more time. Whoops. Fell off there. But this is the process, I always say, like, I enjoy the process. And I know I'm not selling anything. I wish I could. I mean, I could, but I don't like the pressure. Like people with the Etsy stores, I go, oh man, that's so cool. But for me, that's pressure. Like, I don't want to. For me, like, this is kind of a hobby. But, I like, and then this helps me, like, in terms of donating. I like to donate, all this stuff. And then it's done. But look how cute that is. And there's my hand. So they can put that around their little waist, and this is, like I said, this is newborn. So it's got a little bit of stretchiness there, which is pretty cool. But thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, we made an hour. Yes. Okay. Well, thanks for coming in, Kenneth. Have a wonderful day. But I love that. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to try it. But like I said, I'm just trying everything. Little baby stuff. I'm trying, And I was even winding yarn. Like, I had to wind all this stuff up because, like, these skeins just get crazy, So I went, buck wild yesterday winding. So, I'm doing all this random stuff, just to try to, like, keep organized. But, one day I'll get there, Oh, thank you. Yes. So, any plans or any channel announcements? I'll tell you mine if you want to type them in the chat before I go. Let's see. What am I doing? I don't know. Like I said, yard work today. Hopefully I'll do some motivation probably on Monday. And we're trying to decide, like, there's a circus nearby that we were thinking about maybe going, But I don't know. It depends. Like I said, big groups. Some days I'm in the mood and some days I'm not. I may just lay low. I got some birthday stuff. I gotta make some cakes and do that. So I'm starting the other one. So I'm casting on 24. Let's see. I think I made this tail too long again. But there's the stitches there. Yeah. So, but I figure I'll do another one. But that wasn't bad. See, this is instant gratification. We need that in our lives. Yes. That's 14. I need 10 more. But anyway, I got to power through. I'm trying to power through the stash. And all the people that were in my class were, we all have big stashes. That's what everybody was saying. It was kind of funny. Even like the fancy people. But like I said, I'm trying really hard to, just power through what I have. And it looks like I'm probably going to have to donate again. Let's see, let me count. 20. Okay, I need 4 more. 4. Yep. But that's it, and that's the whole thing with the process. Like I said, and if you want to do something instant gratification, do the baby stuff. Because it is quick. Like I said, I think, this took me like the hour. Now, I could have been a little bit faster if I wasn't doing this. But there's that. So there's the cast on for that, which is really exciting. So I'm enjoying all this. You know what I mean? Very good. Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for coming. I guess I'm going to dip out and enjoy the day. Actually, the sun just came out. So maybe it'll be okay today. See, I thought it might rain. So whoop, whoop. So listen, yeah. So take care of yourself. Eat as fresh as you can. This is farmers season. Support all those local businesses. When you go by those roadside farm stands, those are really good. And like I said, the corn's looking good this week. What else did I see? They did a little bit of hamburger. Hamburger looked okay. Yeah, but anyway, hand pink waving. Sam, appreciate you coming in. And take care, Suzanne. And hopefully you're not underwater, Suzanne. Let us know. Yeah, because I thought about you. I saw the things on New Jersey. So I was like, all those poor little coastal towns. So hopefully they're doing well. So we'll do some prayers for the flooded, people that are under the flood watch and the hurricane watch. There's a lot going on out here with this weather. It's crazy. But anyway, so peace and love. Make something fun and take care of yourself and get some air today. It's beautiful. Now the sun's out. So it only took 9:30 Eastern. Oh no, you're on high ground. Okay, good. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I saw these girls walking through puddles of water and I thought there might be snakes in there. You shouldn't walk in there. But anyway, that's YouTube though. All right. Have a good day. We'll see you.